I enter a massive tournament with no ideas. Chapter 1. No ideas, just deadline NYC Masters. Hudson Cup, I enter the NYC Masters. Hudson Cup at the Javits Center with absolutely no inspiration for a team. In competitive Pokemon, I consider team building the hardest part. There are over 1,000 Pokemon, and you don't just choose 6. You also pick 4 moves for each 6 items and train all of them with the right EVs. On top of that, your 6 have to work well together and against the rest of the meta. Outside, cabs were honking down 11th Avenue. Inside, badge printers chattered and the skyline glowed on a giant LED bracket wall. New York felt loud, like it expected something from me. Normally, before I enter a tournament, I call my good friend Echo. We throw ideas around, start having fun, and build a masterpiece. This time I called Echo like, "Hey, what are you using for the NYC Masters?" Echo said, "I don't know you." I was like, "IDK, yet let me check my ideas page." It said, Paris Trap Team Hippowdon. Echo looks and laughs. So I say, "Okay, open your idea notebook." He opens it and it just says, Porygon Z, possible. I laugh. We both had no idea what to do for this tournament. I start thinking. Normally the ideas start flying, but this time I couldn't get further than Hippowdon. I've gone down that road before, and it didn't go well, so I try to ignore it. Then Echo says, why not build around an already strong Pokemon? See, normally we use niche picks most people overlook. We see potential where others don't. But since we both had nothing, I said, fine, which strong Pokemon are you using? Echo, isn't it obvious? Arcaludon is the strongest in the format. No, Ursaluna is way better. I say. So we agree, this tournament, we're not building together, but we'll still help each other by testing and practicing. Still, just Ursaluna doesn't win a tournament. Time to look at conventional Ursaluna teams and steal some inspiration. Chapter 2. The building starts conventional Ursaluna teams pair with a Trick Room setter and the necessary support to help Ursaluna get set up and to get Trick Room up. That usually looks like either Porygon 2 plus Incineroar plus Amoonguss plus Ursaluna, or something like IndyDF plus Hatterene plus Ursaluna plus Torkoal. But neither of these styles is very appealing to me. With the first option, only relying on Ursaluna for damage is a weakness. If Ursaluna gets KO'd, runs into a bad matchup, or loses his Flame Orb, your supporters can't win games by themselves. With the second option, Hard Trick Room is very linear. It's strong, but it feels like a tutorial team for VGC. Simple to play, and therefore simple to counter. Not fun for me. So that leaves me with nothing? Well, no. My brain finally coughs up an idea. Ursaluna, although slow, isn't that slow. It sits in a speed tier where it can work inside Trick Room and under Tailwind. That would make the rest of my team a lot more flexible and give me more even matchups. Those other Ursaluna teams that rely so heavily on TR can feel like a slot machine, either a great matchup or a terrible one. If I can threaten TR but also run Tailwind, opponents might lead anti-TR tools. And I can go Tailwind plus Bear and smash through. So I have my Bear. Wanted 1 Trick Room setter and 1 Tailwind setter. Trick Room setter Porygon 2. I know, I just said I don't love Porygon plus Ursaluna teams. But my Porygon isn't just a TR bot. I'm investing a lot in special attack, so it actually hits back. Also, Echo's favorite Pokemon is Porygon Z. So yeah, he liked this too. Tailwind said we hop on a call. And I scroll the Pokédex for ages. Echo fires names. I swat them down. Echo, Calm Fake can support with healing too? Me, too slow. Echo, Flamigo with Scrappy and Life Orb can OHKO Goldingo before it moves? Me, too slow again. Echo, Pelipper with Focus Sash. Speed doesn't matter much, and Rain gives options later? Me, I don't like that bird. Echo, Kilowatts will want us to turn of tournaments, and it's really fast. Me, yeah, but besides speed and Tailwind it does nothing. Echo, Scyther with Eviolite Bulky, Technician Dual Wing Beat can OHKO Sneasler. Close Combat can OHKO Kingambit. Me, I don't want to spend Eviolite here. Porygon 2 needs it. Echo, Talonflame, fast and useful utility. Me, needs Covert Cloak or Focus Sash. Echo, Yanmega, speed boost, air slash flinch. Me, air slash won't do enough damage and relying on flinch is cringe. Long pause. Scrolling. And then Echo, Ribombee. Me, what? No, that thing sucks. Echo, hear me out. Tailwind, base 124 speed, shield dust, fairy typing with Moonblast, and support like Struggle Bug, Fake Tears, Pollen Puff. Me, you're a genius, Echo. Okay, Tiny Bee unlocked. The inside joke that keeps being right next Pokemon added. Incineroar. It's kind of becoming an inside joke that we add Incin to every team. Which would be funny if it didn't fit perfectly every time. For me, Incineroar is pure control. Fake out to buy turns, parting shot to pivot and lower threats. The special sweeper I'm picky. I want spread damage, the perfect speed tier between Tailwind and Trick Room, a setup option, good typing next to Ursaluna, Ribombee, Incin, Porygon, and it has to be special. Luckily, there's an obvious answer, and it's kind of my biggest enemy. Gholdengo. Go Steel, busted ability, great move pool and stats. Easy add. The last slot Palafin. Water typing, great synergy with Incineroar and real damage. That's all I'll say here. Chapter 3. Practicing, I had the very first draft of my team, so naturally I called Echo, ready for some battles to practice. Yeah, of course I finished most of my team, he said. Perfect, I replied. He sent me the poke paste, and I could do nothing but admire his team building. I already told you, Echo and I usually use weird niche Pokemon, but when I looked at his team there wasn't a single niche pick. He was running Arcaludon, Pelipper, Incineroar, Gholdengo, Amoonguss, and Basculegion. At first glance, just a standard Archrain team. But why did I admire his team building if it was standard? Because the Pokemon might be standard, but the movesets certainly weren't. Arcaludon was Choice Scarf, sturdy, max speed, max ba. Normally Arch runs bulky assault vest sets with something to activate stamina, but this? Purikaos. Pelipper was, of course, the most Pelipper set imaginable. Typical bird. Gholdengo shocked me. I expected Life Orb plus Nasty Plot plus Make It Rain. Standard stuff. But this is Echo. Substitute Make It Rain, Terra Blast Protect, Terra Water, still Life Orb. Incineroar looked normal. Assault Vest. Fake Out, U-turn, knock off, until I saw Terra Fighting plus Close Combat. What? At least Basculegion and Amoonguss were normal, though Amoonguss had Sludge Bomb over Pollen Puff for some reason. We loaded up games and played for hours. The first match, his Scarf Arcaludon outran my Ribombee and deleted it turn 1. Wait, you're scarfed. I yelled. Echo just laughed. It's called adaptation, Doif. Another game. He U-turned on my Protect, swapped to Basculegion, and a giant wave animation filled the screen before my brain caught up. We battled for over 2 hours, testing every combination. Echo beat me about 80% of the time. Great. At least the team itself was working really well on the ladder. I was destroying everyone else. I guess Echo is just built different. Still, watching him pilot that team made something click. He didn't win because of matchups. He won because of tempo. He always decided when the game moved. I wrote that down in my notes right after the call. Echo is built different. Then I realized something. I had built my team around the strongest Pokemon in the format, Ursaluna, and honestly, I put together one of the strongest teams I'd ever made. It felt good, really good. I was finally entering a huge tournament with a team that could actually go the distance. But that feeling came with a weight. If I was bringing a team this powerful, there was pressure to perform. No excuses, no, it's just a fun idea, safety net. This time, if I lost, it would be on me, not the team. Chapter 4. The in-depth breakdown. So here it is, one of the strongest teams I've ever made, and the team I'm bringing to the New York Hudson Cup. Starting with the strongest Pokemon in the format, the MVP and absolute center of this team, Ursaluna. I gave it the item Flame Orb and the ability Guts. Standard for this monster, and the moves Facade, Headlong Rush, and Protect. Facade is its main nuke. With Guts, Flame Orb, and Stab, it deletes almost anything that doesn't resist it. Headlong Rush is its strongest ground-type attack that doesn't hit my partner. Protect is mandatory to keep the bear alive, and let burn and pivot turns line up. The final slot took the most testing. I first tried Earthquake, but I kept running into situations where I wanted to click it but couldn't, because Incineroar, Gholdengo, or Ribombee were next to me. I realized I didn't need another spread move. I needed something that punished respect. At one point I used Swords Dance, which could push its damage to absurd levels. But this is Ursaluna. It already one-shots things like a Mungus. So instead, I tried Substitute, and this move was insanely good. People see Ursaluna and instinctively protect in front of it. If they protect and I click Sub, I basically win the game on the spot. The EV spread is built to survive a Rillaboom with Hammer and Grassy Terrain after an Intimidate, live a Primarina Liquid Voice Hyper Voice, outpeed Adamant Sneasler under Tailwind, and underspeed Dragonite and fast Ursaluna Bloodmoon for Trick Room play. It's named Apex Predator because that's exactly what it is, the top of the food chain, hunting Incineroar, Arcaludon, and anything else that dares to move slower. Better Echo my Trick Room setter, and honestly, one of the most annoying Pokemon I've ever used. I gave it the Eviolite, which gives it crazy bulk. Seriously, why is this thing so tanky? For moves, I started with Terra Blast. It's a solid normal type attack that changes typing when I Terrastalize. Trick Room, obviously, for speed control. Recover is too good not to use and can clutch insane endgames. For the last slot, I wanted coverage. I tested Thunderbolt and Flamethrower, but finally settled on Ice Beam. It lets me smack Rillaboom and Ursaluna for super effective damage, which comes up a lot. Choosing the Terra type was surprisingly tough. The main options were Flying, Ghost, and Fighting. Flying resists Fighting and hits Fighting types back, really useful since my team has 3 fighting weaknesses. Ghost is just an amazing defensive type and helps dodge Fake Out. Fighting is the offensive choice to break through Steel and Rock types that resist normal. I tried Fighting first. Since it's a standard, it worked, but gave me 0 defensive value. And Ursaluna already punches through Steel and Rock with Headlong Rush. Next, I tested Flying, which made sense while I still had Earthquake on Ursaluna. But once I dropped EQ, it wasn't pulling its weight anymore. So finally I tried Ghost, and it just clicked, literally and figuratively. As for EVs, most Porygon 2S go full bulk, but mine runs 252 HP 252 SPA 4 Def modest. My issue with Porygon 2 has always been that people treat it like just a Trick Room bot. It's not. It's got 1 under 5 base special attack, and with investment, good coverage, and a possible download boost, it becomes an actual threat. Even though Apex Predator is the MVP and the king, he can't carry the team alone. This little toy duck quietly cleans up everything he leaves behind. It's named Better Echo because Echo once named a Kilowattrel on a previous Team Better Doif. So now it's payback. Plus, it's literally better than Echo at setting up Trick Room. And it's funny because it's Echo's favorite Pokemon. Secret Spice. Ribombee, the only niche Pokemon on a team full of meta monsters, and honestly my favorite addition. Shield Dust works like a built-in covert cloak against secondary effects. It shrugs off the random stat drops, the side effect burns, freezes, or poisons, and even things like Icy Wind speed drop. Cutting out that RNG fits my playstyle perfectly. Item: Focus Sash. Nothing else on my team needs it, and Ribombee is naturally very frail. Moves. Tailwind was the reason to add it, and Moonblast is top-tier stab. Next is Struggle Bug. Because Ribombee is so fast, it usually lands a spa drop before the opponent moves, and together with my Intimidate user, I can reduce both special and physical pressure. The last move is Fake Tears. It looks strange now because I only have 1 special attacker, but the value is enormous, and it will make perfect sense later. Terra type, Terra Fairy. With Sash, I don't need a defensive Terra, and this gives surprising power. The Lilbee can even snag a 1-hit KO on Annihilate with Terra Fairy Moonblast. Eevee's nature: 252 SPE 252 SPA for HP, Timid. Maximize speed and damage. Sash is the safety net. It's named Secret Spice because it is the only non-top tier pick on my roster. It's actually really good, and it's the ingredient that differentiates my Ursulina team from the standard versions. My arch nemesis. If you watch my Dutch national story, you know Goldingo is the hardest counter Parrish Trap has ever seen. So I don't like it. I love Parrish. Goldingo says no. But for this team, the cheese string, and I agreed to pretend we get along. Item, life orb, more damage, more problems. Ability, good as gold, block status installs, very paywall. Terra type, steel, make it rain goes from scary to illegal. EV's nature, 252 SPA, 252 SPE for HP modest. With Tailwind and Trick Room on the team, I don't need timid. Moves make it rain. The button, wide damage, wins positioning wars. Shadow Ball, clean single target pressure and mirror coverage. Nasty Plot, turns trades into snowballs. Protect, buys a turn for Tailwind TR pivots and fake out cycles. Why it's here, this is why Rabombi runs fake tiers. With fake tier support, I often don't even need to set up. Terra Steel Make It Rain just deletes things that think they're safe. If I do get free Nasty Plot, it's lights out. Even bulky resists start to crumble once their SPD is shredded. How it plays, sometimes Dirty Money wins the game on turn 1 with Terra Steel Make It Rain. Sometimes it loses me the game on turn 1 by feigning too early because I got greedy. Volatile, explosive, completely unfair if it's positioned right. Basically the definition of pay to win. Why the name Dirty Money? Because I don't like it. It feels P2W, and yet I use it anyway. Necessary Evil, cashed in. The director, Incineroar people love to say Incineroar's best friend is Rillaboom. Goo. On this roster, the real duo is Incineroar plus Amoonguss. One buys a turn. The other spends it exactly how you want. I'm running Citrus Berry with Intimidate and Terra Ghost. Terra Ghost is the emergency switch that turns off fake out and blank checks most fighting swings, so my script goes off when it matters. Citrus keeps the director on stage through chip and double targets, so I can loop Parting Shot and keep handing the tempo to my closers. The moves are Fake Out, Parting Shot, Knockoff, and Flare Blitz. Fake Out buys a Crucial Flame Orb, Tailwind, or Trick Room turn. Parting Shot is the reset button that lowers threats and ushers in Apex Predator or Dirty Money on a safe board. Knockoff strips Sash, Assault Vest, and leftovers so damage sticks in KO's lineup. Flare Blitz prevents Steel Walls from stalling out my endgames. EVs are 252 HP, 84 SPD, and 172 SPE. The bulk lets me survive the chip fest these games become, while the speed lets me parting first in key mirrors and mid-speed matchups. So I control who acts last and who gets the next safe entry. Why it's here, this is the metronome for both gears. With Secret Spice on the field, Fake Out plus Tailwind opens a fast lane. With better Echo, parting into Trick Room gives Apex Predator the runway it wants. When the director says cut, the turn ends on my terms. Do not disturb. Amoonguss of Incineroar buys turns. Amoonguss consumes them. This is the real best friend. It turns one free action into 2 or 3 by forcing awkward sleeps and redirection, trades the opponent never wanted to make. I'm running Mental Herb with Regenerator and Terra Water. Mental Herb shrugs off the first taunt or encore, so turn 1 Spore or Rage Powder still lands even when they try to shut me down. Regenerator lets me pivot with Parting Shot, heal off the exit, and come back fresh. Terra Water patches Fire, Ice, and Steel, so I can sit in front of problem threats and keep banking time. The moves are Rage Powder, Spore, Protect, and Sludge Bomb. Rage Powder is a permission slip for Ursaluna to substitute or protect safely, and for Porygon 2 to set Trick Room without fear. Spore is a universal pause button that punishes greedy setups and buys free positions. Protect lets me outlast Tailwind and Flame. Orb turns exactly how I want. Sludge Bomb means I am not passive, and it pressures Rillaboom, Fluttermane, and other grasses and fairies while the rest of the board gets rearranged. EVs are 252 HP, 140 Def, and 116 SPD, with a calm nature and 0 attack IVs for clean bulk. It lives the doubles it baits, survives the re-enter, and moves slow enough under Trick Room to act after my partner when that timing matters. Why it's here. Under Trick Room, a Mungus outslows the room, protects the bear, and locks the game behind a door that says do not disturb. Under Tailwind, it stalls special teams after a struggle bug drop from Secret Spice and hands Dirty Money a safe entry from Make It Rain. People say Rillaboom is Incineroar's best friend. In this team, the duo that actually wins turns is a Director and Do Not Disturb. Final thoughts. No excuses. I ended up calling this team No Excuses, mostly because that's what it feels like. I built around the strongest Pokemon in the format, used one of the best speed control duos possible, and even brought my arch nemesis, Goldingo. If I mess up now, there's really no blaming the team. It's weirdly satisfying, though. Ursaluna and Porygon 2 cover one mode, Ribombee and Goldingo cover the other, and Incineroar with a Mungus hold it all together. Every game feels like I'm driving a manual car. You actually have to think about the gear you're in. But when you hit it right, everything just moves. I also kind of love how balanced the personalities turn out. Apex Predator is pure damage. Better Echo is the quiet cleanup crew. Secret Spice is the annoying overachiever. Dirty Money is the teammate I pretend not to like. And the Director with Do Not Disturb are basically the parents making sure nobody crashes the car. It's not a gimmick team or a meme team this time. It's just solid, fast when it needs to be, slow when it should be, and built to win games if I play them right. And that's the whole point of the name. No excuses. Chapter 5. The way there I woke up before my alarm, packed the Switch, threw the Stripwafel in the side pocket, and reached for the drawer where I keep the team notebooks. 3 spines looked back at me. Falling Curtain, Symphony 1, Stinky Queens. Each one is a little time capsule. Scribbles, matchups, doodles, awful arrows that only make sense to me. That's a rule I made for myself. Every time I build a real team, it gets its own notebook. Quick pit stop to explain the system. Front cover equals team name. Once it's on the cover, the team officially exists. First page equals concept plus first draft. No polishing, just what it's trying to be. Everything in the middle equals testing. Sets, calcs, dumb ideas, good ideas, tilt notes, doodles. Last page equals lessons learned. What I'd keep, what I'd change, what I actually learned. I slid those 3 back and pulled out a fresh one. New cover, sharp corners. On the way to the train, I wrote 2 words on it. Neat and centered. No excuses. Train, headphones, no music. I flipped to page 1 and wrote the core in plain language. 2 gears. Tailwind or Trick Room. Don't force damage. Force turns. Under that, I doodled a tiny bear paw, a coin, and a bee. Not art. Just reminders. At the gate, I texted Echo. Me! Boarding. Last chance to talk me out of the cheese string. Echo. Bring water. Don't lose turn 1. I wrote that on the inside cover, too. On the plane, I ran 2 warm-up games. One clean, one ugly. The ugly one taught me that I try to KO when I should position. I wrote a little checklist in the margin. Set the gear first. If they prep for TR, go Tailwind. If they race, go Room. Buy 1 free action. Convert into 2. I finally ate the Stripwafel. Wrote, good idea, next to it like that mattered. New York came up in the window. A grid turning into buildings, turning into a city that already felt awake. At Javits, the soundtrack was badge printers, rolling suitcases, and someone saying protect out loud like it's a prayer. I picked up my badge, found a corner table, and opened No Excuses to add the venue notes. Javits lighting is bright. Stage is cold. Remember hoodie. Crowd noise equals good. Play slower, not louder. Hotel. Bag down. 1 last call with Echo. Me, I'm done changing moves. Echo. Good. Then you're done changing your mind. We played a quick set from our rooms. I lost 1. 2. Won the bonus. Perfect. Enough sting to stay sharp. Enough proof to sleep. Before lights out, I flipped to the back page, the empty lessons learned, I'll fill later, and wrote a placeholder title. What No Excuses actually meant. Then I went back to the inside cover and added 3 lines to live by tomorrow. Gear before greed. Trade on my terms. No excuses. Alarm set. Jersey out. Controller charged. Notebook on the nightstand. Pen clipped to the spine. Tomorrow is Swiss. Chapter 6. The way to the venue. I woke up before the alarm again. No nerves. Just that quiet click when a plan is loaded. Teeth. Hoodie. Badge. Switch. No excuses. Notebook in the hoodie pocket where a heart goes. Lobby coffee tasted like determination and cardboard. I wrote drink water on the margin anyway. Outside, New York was already loud. A cab rolled by blasting a song that was basically just a kick drum with opinions. I took the subway. 2 stops, 1 transfer, then walked the last block so I could see the Javits glass get bigger with every step. It looks like someone put a greenhouse on top of a tournament. I checked the inside cover one more time. Gear before greed. Trade on my terms. No excuses. Echo texted first. Echo, charge your controller. Me, charged. Echo, charge your brain. Me, working on it. I passed a deli and almost bought another strip waffle. Decided that would be tempting fate. Settled for water and a banana like a responsible NPC. At the entrance, players were already doing that shuffle where your eyes flick from badge team sheet shoes back to badge. Someone laughed at a Rabombi sticker on my switch case. I laughed too and didn't explain anything. Bag check, wristband, escalator up. The hall sound changed from street noise to tournament noise. Rolling cases, the printer chorus, a dozen casual good luck, S and 1 guy practicing protect, under his breath like it's a spell. I found a quiet table, put the notebook down, and flipped to page 1. Tiny bear paw. Coin. B. I traced the B once. Not sure why. Then I wrote today's version of the plan in 10 words. Set the gear, buy a turn, convert it, repeat. That was it. I closed the notebook, clipped the pen back on the spine, and headed for player check-in. Swiss starts in 10. Voiceover. How the Hudson Cup works VO. If you've never done one of these, here's the quick version of the NYC Masters. Hudson Cup. It's 2 days. Day 1 is Swiss. 9 rounds, best of 3. 50-minute timer with 3 extra turns if time gets called. You get paired each round with people on a similar record. Win the match, you move up. Lose, you slide down. You bring 6, you pick 4 each game, and you can change which 4 between games. We play with open team sheets. Both players can see each other's 6 items, abilities, moves, and terra types. No EVs or spreads, just the important stuff. So it's more about planning than surprise cheese. After 9 rounds, it's all about your record and resistance. 8, 1 is basically a lock. 7, 2 is the bubble. Some make it, some don't. The top 32 advance. Day 2 is top cut. Single elimination, still best of 3. You lose, you're out. You win, you move on until finals on the stage. That's the tournament. 2 gears from me, Tailwind or Trick Room, and 9 chances on day 1 to prove I'm picking the right one. After that, no excuses. Chapter 6. Swiss rounds. Day 1, round 1. Hands warm, brain on. I lead Secret Spice with the director. They do the classic fake out plus speed thing. I Terra ghost a cat. Shrug the fake out. Tailwind goes up. Parting shot hands the wheel to better echo. We don't chase KOs. We collect turns like stamps. 2, 0 before my coffee wears off. Notebook. Set the gear first. Damage happens later. Round 2. Pick a lane, Doof. Their team screams hard Trick Room. I still open Tailwind like I'm auditioning for Speed Racer. Game 2, I get a free chance to set my own room and... Don't. They do. I lose. I write. TR means TR on my hand and circle it twice. Notebook. Stop pretending. If they're built for room. Set room. Round 3. Small edges, only bulky offense with 3 assault vests, maybe 4. Possibly 17. I play small. Tailwind. Knock off first. Then fake tears plus shadow ball. Instead of spamming, make it rain into resists. Their items disappear. So does their plan. 2-0 tidy. Notebook. Win the item war before the damage race. Round 4. Greed tax hyper offense. I Terra steal dirty money on turn 1 like a billboard that says, "Punish me." They do. Game 2, I chill with better Echo plus Apex Predator and tie it up. Game 3, I miscount Tailwind, take a speed tie I never needed, and eat it. Notebook, gear before greed. No turn 1 Terra. Ever. Round 5, Echo's ghost, Archrain appears. I can hear Echo laughing somewhere. Game 1, Scarf Arcaludna races my B. Okay, I adjust. Protect around Weather Ball, struggle bug the special threats, knock off the crutches. Key moment. I hit substitute on Apex Predator into their protect. Free Trick Room next turn. 2-1, and the laugh in my head gets quieter. Notebook. Sub punishes respect. Use it. Round 6. Mirror, but patient, both of us open Tailwind mode. I choose boring on purpose. Early knockoffs. Struggle bug into the biggest hitter, then better Echo cleans with Ice Beam. Once I click protect instead of a greedy roll. They're double target whiffs. My board doesn't. 2-1. Notebook. When speeds are equal, patience wins. Round 7. The anti-moon plan. Foiled, they come with double taunt. The cage do not disturb. Cute. Mental Herb eats the first. I pivot parting shot regenerator, re-enter fresh, and land the spore that matters. Sludge bomb chips Rillaboom just enough for Apex Predator to finish the page. Notebook. Leave while you're alive. Return stronger. Round 8. Bubble Brain, Game 1. Low roll, bad follow-up, deserve loss. Game 2. Safe Trick Room with better Echo, Apex Predator behind sub, slow squeeze. Game 3. I almost chase a KO. Catch myself. Protect instead. Their double target hits nothing. My next turn hits everything. 2-1. Notebook. Count the last Tailwind turn. Then act. Intermission. Floor with Echo, I took a spot on the carpet near the water coolers and set no excuses on my knee. Echo walked over from check-in, dropped a cold bottle beside me, and sat without saying anything. He was here, same hall, same noise, just letting the silence do the job. I flipped the notebook open. He nudged it with a knuckle like, "Go on." I wrote, 6-2 so far. Round 2 equals stubborn. Round 4 equals greedy. Round 5 equals smart. Round 8 equals patient. Echo passed me a marker. I drew a small box at the top of the page and filled it. No turn 1 heroics. Threaten first. Prove second. Under it, a 3-step checklist for the next set. Pick the gear before turn 1. Tailwind or Trick Room, out loud in my head. Name the winner. If it isn't Ursaluna or Goldingo this game, stop forcing them in. Find the free action. Fake out, sub spore or switch, choose it, play to it. Echo tapped my wrist. I wrote on my palm, count wind, then on the notebook, count burn and count exits. One more line for each slot, so I don't overcomplicate it. Dirty money threatens first, prove second. Apex Predator sub greed. Better Echo is allowed to sweep if ignored. The director gets one cut. Save it for momentum. Do not disturb leave alive. Return stronger. Secret Spice puts the wind up, not my heart rate. Echo stood, dusted his knees, and held out a fist. I bumped it, closed the notebook, clipped the pen, and stood too. Pairings popped on the board. Time to earn round 9. Scouting notes if they show NDDF plus Executor. They want Trick Room and expanding force pressure. Plan. Porygon 2 plus Incineroar to meet Trick Room on the same turn, and knock off the goggles so Mungus matters later. If they show Jumpluff plus Charizard, they want Tailwind Sleep Powder into Sun Nukes. Plan. Incineroar plus a Mungus to fake out or Rage Powder the Sleep Powder, then pivot to Porygon 2 or a Bombi depending on the pace. Torkoal Eject Pack Overheat screams free pivot. Don't give them 2 turns for the price of 1. Count the overheat. Round 9. Matchup brief 3 Pokemon make this matchup tense. Rillaboom. This one has high horsepower, so it threatens Goldingo super effectively, and could hammer or Grassy Glide my Ursaluna. It also messes with damage calcs via Grassy Terrain recovery. Goldingo. Terra water flips my checks. It shrugs off Flare Blitz from Incineroar and resists Steel, so it can sit on the field and spam Shadow Ball make it rain. If theirs is timid and mine is modest, they can outpeed and KO me before I move. Annihilate. Looks like Ensign should farm this team. Intimidate Dragonite Rillaboom. Type into Goldingo. But Defiant punishes Intimidate, giving 8+2 attack for free. From their close combat, and Rage Fist threaten both my sweepers. My plan. Get Trick Room up with Porygon 2, then let Ursaluna take over. If I delete Rillaboom on the way in, the board opens up fast. Amoonguss is excellent here too. Its typing laughs at Sleep Powder shenanigans. Rage Powder redirects close combat Rage Fist high horsepower with Hammer. And under room it moves last when I want it to. Game when I respect Rillaboom. But not enough. They get Tailwind Pressure into Terra Water Goldingo. And I try to trade with Dirty Money a turn too early. Timid Water Goldingo outpeeds and Shadow Balls my modest version. Rillaboom HHP finishes a position. 0-1. Notebook. Don't announce Goldingo on turn 1. Earn the board first. Game 2 I swap gears. Porygon 2 plus Incineroar. Terra Ghost Porygon 2 ignores Fake Out. I set Trick Room safely, then bring Amoonguss to soak and Ursaluna to substitute on their Protect. From there its Facade trades on my terms. Once Rillaboom falls, the rest follows. 1-1. Notebook. Room first, then Bear. Don't feed Defiant. Redirect it. Round 9. Game 3 lead. Porygon 2 plus Ursaluna versus Incineroar plus Electabuzz plan. Set Trick Room through Fake Out with Terra Ghost Porygon 2. Keep Ursaluna safe, then convert. Turn 1. Get Room. No drama. I expect Fake Out into Ursaluna to block Room. I Terra and press the button. Porygon 2 terastallizes to Ghost and clicks Trick Room. Ursaluna. Protect. Electabuzz. Protect. Incineroar. Fake Out into Ursaluna blocked by Protect. Trick Room goes up. Flame Orb activates on Ursaluna. Board after T1. TR 4 turns left. Luna burned and ready. Ensign healthy. Electabuzz revealed the support, not damage. Turn 2. Call the sack. Set the board I predict they'll sack Electabuzz with Follow Me while Ensign pivots to a real threat. I want Amoonguss on the field if Rilla comes. And I want the Electabuzz gone so redirection disappears. I switch Porygon to Amoonguss. Ursaluna. Facade into the Electabuzz slot. Electabuzz indeed uses Follow Me. Incineroar stays in and knock off the switch. Amoonguss loses Mental Herb. Facade KOs Electabuzz cleanly. Opponent replaces it with Goldingo. Board after T2. TR 3 turns left. My side. Ursaluna full. Amoonguss at 1-3. Herb gone. Their side. Goldingo plus Ensign. No redirection on board. Turn 3. Take the hit. Open a lane. I think Goldingo either protects or Terra Waters here. I want to clear the Ensign slot and keep Ursaluna protected from single target hits. Rage Powder covers Ape Dragonite Rilla pivots. Headlong Rush punishes a switch. I click Rage Powder with Amoonguss. Ursaluna. Headlong Rush into the Incineroar slot. They switch into Annihilate. Rage Powder pulls targeting. Headlong Rush lands on Annihilate for 73%. Goldingo Make It Rain hits both. Amoonguss drops. Ursaluna takes 56% and Goldingo Spa falls. I replace Amoonguss with Porygon 2. Download Prox Attack. Board after T3. TR 2 turns left. My P2 plus Ursaluna versus Goldingo plus Annihilate. Turn 4. 2 threats. 2 answers under room. Ursaluna moves before Goldingo. P2 moves before Ape. I split targets. Ursaluna. Headlong Rush into Goldingo. Porygon 2. Terra Blast into Annihilate. They don't Terra Goldingo this time. Porygon 2 KOs Annihilate. Ursaluna KOs Goldingo with Headlong Rush. Only Incineroar remains in back. With Trick Room still up for the next turn and 3 of mine alive, the last pieces are routine. Deny parting angles, trade safely. Don't let Burn steal a turn. Game 3 result. I close it out. Set 2-1. Swiss record. 7-2. Top cut secured. Notebook at the table. Room first, then Bear. Clear redirection early. Predict the sack. Rage Powder to open lanes. Accept spread damage. Split targets under room. Don't overthink Terra. When the math's on your side, trade, don't pose. Top 8. Matchup in my first top cut match. I see their team, and I don't like it. It's the team I use to win the tournament of tournaments. Stinky Queens, a very strong Weezing Team Echo, and I built together. Their 6 are Weezing Galar, Slaking, Kilowattrel, Hisuian Typhlosion, Incineroar, and Dragapult. And even worse than someone running my old team, the matchup is really bad for me. My Ursaluna isn't very strong here because if it's on the field at the same time as Weezing Galar, it gets burned, and with neutralizing gas shutting off guts, I don't get a boost, I get a debuff. Typhlosion H and Dragapult both threaten an OH Gale on Goldingo and naturally outpeat it. Normally in the faster teams, I lean on Ribombee. But Kilowattrel is literally 1 point faster, so I can't guarantee Tailwind before they move. It also makes Incineroar awkward to bring, because I don't want to give competitive boosts. So I lock Goldingo, Amoonguss, and Porygon 2. Those 3 feel necessary. The last slot depends on whether I think I can remove Weezing or outpace Kilowattrel. I decide to believe in Goldingo. If it can take care of Weezing, I can bring Ursaluna safely. Plan: either find a safe, nasty plot with Goldingo and win the tempo under Tailwind, or delete Weezing early and then set Trick Room with Porygon 2. Game 1. Learning the gas, we shake hands and flip our cards. They lead Weezing Galar with Slaking. I open Goldingo with Amoonguss. The purple mist hits the field immediately. Neutralizing gas turns off good as gold, and it pretends Regenerator doesn't exist. Slaking looks wide awake. No truant. Every turn is a turn. Turn 1, I want information without losing my win condition to a random burn. I click Protect on Goldingo and Rage Powder with Amoonguss. Rage Powder moves early, so it will pull any single target move this turn. They do not terrastalize yet. Weezing throws Will-O-Wisp, and it gets pulled to Amoonguss. Slaking slams Double Edge into the redirection as well. Citrus heals Weezing later, but for now I've kept Goldingo clean. Turn 2 with good as Gold off. Taunt and Will-O-Wisp are both live into Goldingo. I do not set up here. I go Shadow Ball into Weezing for reliable damage, and try Spore into Slaking. They answer with Taunt on Amoonguss first, which would block Spore, but my Mental Herb clears it immediately. Slaking swings Double Edge again into Amoonguss. Spore lands on Slaking, but it is still acting this turn. Sleep starts next turn. Shadow Ball chips Weezing under Citrus range. Turn 3, this is my window to change the shape of the game. I swap Amoonguss Porygon 2 and press Shadow Ball again on Weezing. They terrastalize Ghost on Slaking this turn. It does not matter for Rage Powder anymore, but it matters later for Fake Out and defensive typing. Slaking takes its first sleep turn. Weezing uses Will-O-Wisp into the Porygon 2 switch and lands it, since good as Gold is still shut off by the gas. Shadow Ball pushes Weezing into Citrus, and it heals. Turn 4, I want Trick Room, but I also don't want to lose Goldingo to a surprise double up. I click Trick Room with Porygon 2 and Protect with Goldingo to Scout. They read it well. Weezing uses Taunt into Porygon 2, so Trick Room would fail next turn if I tried again. Slaking takes a second sleep turn. My Protect keeps Goldingo safe, but I have not moved the needle yet. Turn 5, I pivot Goldingo Incineroar to threaten Parting Shot and knock off, and I try Ice Beam into Weezing to finally clear it. They switch Weezing Kilowattrel, bringing speed back to the forefront. Slaking wakes up and sucker punches into what used to be my Goldingo slot. It finds Incineroar instead and does manageable damage because of Intimidate on entry. Ice Beam hits Kilowattrel on the switch for small chip. Turn 6 with Kilowattrel on the board, I have to respect Tailwind. I fake out the bird to buy 1 turn, and go recover on Porygon 2 to stay healthy. They protect the bird instead, and keep Slaking swinging. Double Edge chunks Incineroar hard. My recover lands, and I am stable, but the position is still theirs. Turn 7, I click Parting Shot into Slaking to soften it and bring Goldingo back, aiming to punish if Weezing does not return. Porygon 2 goes for Trick Room again. They take the initiative. Kilowattrel sets Tailwind, and Slaking doubles Porygon 2 with Double Edge while I am trying to flip speed. Trick Room lands, but my field is bruised, and I still have to remove Weezing if it comes back. We play a few more careful turns. They rotate Weezing back in exactly once to shut me down at a key moment, and I realize what the whole game has taught me. You cannot set up through neutralizing gas. You must clear it or ignore it entirely and play pure tempo. I pick up my cards and breathe out. Time to adjust. Game 2, pure tempo. I change one thing, and it changes everything. I leave Ursaluna in the bag. They lead Kilowattrel with Slaking. No Weezing on the field. I open Ribombee with Gholdengo. Turn 1, both sides want speed. Kilowattrel presses Tailwind first. Ribombee sets Tailwind right after. I protect with Gholdengo to feel out Slaking. Slaking swings Sucker Punch into Protect and gets nothing. Tailwind counters. 3 turns left on each side. Turn 2 with Weezing not present. Good as Gold is active. I don't need to force Make It Rain into bad resists. Ribombee goes Fake Tears on Slaking. Gholdengo uses Shadow Ball on the same slot. Reliable, single target pressure. Kilowattrel answers with Volt Switch into Gholdengo for chip and pivots out to Dragapult. Slaking takes a Shadow Ball after Fake Tears and holds on, then double edges into Ribombee down to Sash. Tailwind counters. 2 turns left. Turn 3 Dragapult is on the field now, and it will move first under Tailwind. If I try to trade, I lose B for free. I protect Ribombee and press Nasty Plot with Gholdengo, expecting Sucker Punch again. Dragapult U-turns into Ribombee's Protect and bounces. They bring Incineroar in. Intimidate does nothing to my side. Slaking Sucker Punch fails into my setup. +2 secured with no damage taken. Tailwind counters. 1 turn left. Turn 4 this is a decision turn. If I overreach, they punish. If I wait, Tailwind falls and I lose the window. Ribombee Fake Tears the Incineroar that just came in. I Terrasilize Steel and press Make It Rain from +2. Dragapult re-enters on a U-turn slot mid-turn, but it's not on the field to act this action. Slaking protects to buy a turn. Make It Rain lands on Incineroar and deletes it outright. The chip on Slaking is reduced by Protect, but still matters. Tailwind counters. 0 on both sides as the turn ends. Turn 5, no Tailwind now. We reset speed to normal, which is dangerous with Dragapult looming. I refuse the coin flip. I switch Ribombee Incineroar to reset tempo and threaten pivoting. I protect Gholdengo to play around Dragapult's line. They bring Kilowattrel back in on the Dragapult slot and try to catch me with Sucker Punch into Gholdengo again. Protect waste it. Board calms. I still have +2 Steel Gholdengo healthy and an easy way to buy another turn. Turn 6, I Parting Shot Slaking to soften its swings and pivot Porygon 2 in, choosing the Trick Room option if they commit to Tailwind again. Kilowattrel presses Tailwind. Slaking double edges into the Parting slot. The damage is manageable after the drop. Gholdengo holds position. I don't need to click Make It Rain again into a Protect cycle. I keep the +2 for when it matters. Tailwind counters. 3 on their side. Turn 7 with Porygon 2 on the field and Slaking already softened. I can flip the race if they try to run. I click Trick Room with Porygon 2. Gholdengo finally swings. Shadow Ball into the Kilowattrel that just set wind. They try to cover with Thunderbolt into Gholdengo and Sucker Punch to catch aggression, but Shadow Ball is a status move, and I don't need to overextend. Trick Room goes up through Tailwind, which means for the next 4 turns, their speed advantage is gone. From here, it's clean. I play single target, avoid inviting Weezing onto the field, and trade only when a KO is guaranteed. Game 3. Breaking the lock, I keep Ursaluna bench again. If Weezing is on the field, the bear isn't a bear. My 4. Ribombee, Gholdengo, Amoonguss, Porygon 2 their lead. Weezing Galar plus Slaking my lead. Ribombee plus Gholdengo, Purple Mist crawls across the field. Neutralizing Gas turns off Good as Gold, and every cute idea I might have with abilities. No setup until Weezing is gone. Turn 1, I don't risk a burn. Ribombee uses Fake Tears on Weezing. Gholdengo uses Protect. They Terrasilize Ghost on Slaking to kill fake outlines for the whole game. Weezing fires Will-O-Wisp into the Protect. Slaking double edges Ribombee to Sash. Weezing is now 2 SP def and hasn't healed yet. Turn 2, I want Redirection Live, and I want to dodge a free Sucker Punch into Goldingo. Goldingo Amoonguss. Ribombee uses Tailwind. They taunt into Ribombee after Tailwind is already up, so that's fine. Slaking does press Sucker Punch into B and gets nothing. Turn 3 time to squeeze both targets. Amoonguss uses Rage Powder. Ribombee uses Fake Tears on Weezing again to lock it at 4 SP def. They Will-O-Wisp into Amoonguss and Double Edge into Amoonguss 2. It hurts, but the mushroom stands. Turn 4 now I commit to removing Weezing. Amoonguss Goldingo. Ribombee uses Moonblast on Weezing. They read Goldingo and go Sucker Punch into that slot. I Terrasilize Steel on entry, so it barely dents. Moonblast connects, and Goldingo's Shadow Ball finishes Weezing at 4. Weezing faints. The mist clears. Good as gold turns back on. They bring in Kilowattrel. Turn 5 both sides want speed again, but my Tailwind is already up. I won't feed Sucker Punch. Ribombee uses Struggle Bug to soften special damage and chip the bird. Goldingo uses Protect to blank Sucker Punch. Kilowattrel sets Tailwind. Slaking Sucker Punch fails into the Protect. Turn 6 I rotate toward controlled endgame. Ribombee Porygon 2. Goldingo uses Shadow Ball into Kilowattrel for solid damage. They Thunderbolt Goldingo for chip. Slaking double edges into the Porygon 2 switch. It holds comfortably. Turn 7 if they keep racing with Tailwind. I flip the script. Porygon 2 uses Trick Room. Goldingo uses Shadow Ball again on Kilowattrel to line up a KO next action. They split pressure with Thunderbolt and Sucker Punch aimed at Goldingo, but I didn't give them a Make It Rain to punish. Trick Room goes up through their Tailwind. For the next 4 turns, their speed hurts them. Turn 8 Goldingo moves first, and Shadow Ball KOs Kilowattrel. Porygon 2 recovers to stay out of Double Edge math. Slaking connects another Double Edge on P2. We're fine after recover. Their Tailwind expires. They bring in Hisuian to Typhlosion. Under Room, it won't move before me. Turn 9 Goldingo Shadow Balls to Typhlosion for big damage. Porygon 2 Ice Beam slaking for a clean chip. Typhlosion locks Eruption at low HP. It tickles. Slaking Sucker Punch into Goldingo isn't enough through Terra Steel and the chip pattern I've set. Turn 10 Goldingo finishes Typhlosion with Shadow Ball. Porygon 2 recovers again to guarantee the endgame. Slaking double edges once more. The math is done. Turn 11 Goldingo protects. Porygon 2 Ice Beams to leave Slaking in known range. They Sucker Punch into Protect and stall a nothing turn. Turn 12 normal speed again, but it's 1 worn Slaking versus 2 healthy pieces. Shadow Ball plus Ice Beam closes it. Handshake. Strange to be the version of my own ideas, but it fits. No excuses isn't just a team anymore. It's how I play. Interlude. Semifinals ahead, and just like that, I'm 1 step closer. Next up, the semifinals. My opponent is Gordon Ramsay. Yes, that Gordon Ramsay, and he's known here for razor-sharp team building. In the hallway, I run into Echo. He also made semis on the other side of the bracket. His opponent? Albert Einstein. I'm not worried. Echo's better. Echo grins at me. You're so cooked. Everyone's going to roast you after this. As the Dutch say, it's going to walk in the soup. I shoot back. We laugh. They pull us for interviews. I take a hot chocolate, sit under the lights, and talk through my earlier rounds. The desk hints I'm the underdog. I look into the camera. Steady? Let me cook, I say. Top 4. Matchup before the tournament started, I felt really confident with my team. It worked, it was strong. But it has 2 major weaknesses. Weezing teams, beatable if I use Goldingo correctly. Dondoso plus Tatsujiri, genuinely bad. Dondoso can one-shot Ursaluna and Incineroar with Wave Crash, and one-shot Goldingo with Earthquake. With the doubled stats from Commander, its bulk gets ridiculous, and I don't have a single Grass or Electric attack on my team. I'm stuck trying to hit it with Facade, and even that gets soaked thanks to the double defense. My opponent's 6 are Goldingo, Talonflame, Dondoso, Tatsujiri, Glimmera, and Dragonite. Awesome. Talonflame is naturally faster than Ribombee. which already makes things worse. It's holding Covert Cloak, so it ignores Fake Out, and it carries Taunt to shut down Amoonguss and to block Porygon 2's Trick Room, my only reliable speed control, since Talonflame can match Tailwind and their Goldingo is probably timid. I realize this is going to be the hardest match of my life. Chapter 9. Top 4 versus Gordon Ramsay Game 1. First contact they lead. Talonflame plus Goldingo I lead. Incineroar plus Ribombee pre-turn read. His line wants two things: deny setup and force trades. I cannot Fake Out Goldingo, and Cloak nullifies a Fake Out on Talonflame. Best opener is Information plus Material Progress. Take the Cloak off and reduce Goldingo's output immediately. Turn 1 plan. Expect Taunt Ribombee. Use B's superior speed over Gold to land Struggle Bug before Make It Rain. Knock the Cloak off now so future interactions. Fake Out later, Struggle Bug drop. On T-Flame, are live. Talonflame, Taunt Ribombee. Ribombee, Struggle Bug. Hits both. Goldingo 1 Spa. Cloak blocks the drop on Talonflame. Goldingo, Make It Rain. B to Sash. Incineroar to 50%. Incineroar, knock off Talonflame. Tailwind, not set. Taunt on B, 3 turns. Inner Voice, good. Cloak is gone. Gold is softened, and we've already tagged Talonflame. So Gale Wings won't get priority to Tailwind until it finds full HP again. Also, don't forget Talonflame is still faster than B even without Gale Wings. No surprises there. Turn 2 plan. He wants Tailwind now. B can't Tailwind, so I lean into damage compression. Keep Gold at 2 and shove Talonflame into KO range, so it can't re-enter to win later. Talonflame, Tailwind. Tailwind now 3 turns left after this action. Ribombee. Struggle Bug again, Goldingo 2 Spa. Talonflame 1 Spa. Goldingo. Make It Rain at 2. B faint. Incineroar to red but alive. Incineroar. Flare Blitz Talonflame, driving it deep yellow. Mycendon, Porygon 2. Inner Voice. Wind is up, be gone, but Talonflame is low and can't abuse Gale Wings anymore. Gold at 2 means its nuke is now manageable. Trick Room is the next objective, but Gordon knows that too. Turn 3 plan. Cover the Taunt Porygon 2 and still make progress. I don't force Room into Taunt. I pressure Talonflame so it can't come back to rewind later. Talonflame, Taunt Porygon 2. Porygon 2, Ice Beam Talonflame. Goldingo, Shadow Ball Incineroar, finishing it. My switch-in, Amoonguss, Tailwind, 2 turns left. Taunt on P2, 3 turns. Inner Voice, now the timing game, stall wind, burn Taunt turns without losing Amoonguss. If I preserve Amoonguss, I can Spore Dragonite on entry and by the turn Room needs. Turn 4 plan, remove the win button. If Talonflame drops here, Gordon has to earn another entry to reset it. Amoonguss, Sludge Bomb Talonflame. Porygon 2, Ice Beam Goldingo. Goldingo, Make It Rain. Amoonguss 40%, P2 70%. They send in Dragonite. Tailwind, 1 turn left. Taunt on P2, 2 turns. Inner Voice, 1 wind turn left. Multiscale intact on Dragonite. If I Terra Water Amoonguss now, I live Ironhead comfortably and set up the Sleep Room sequence next turn. Turn 5 plan. Terra Water Amoonguss plus Spore Dragonite. Burn the last wind turn. P2 stays functional. Amoonguss, Terrastalize Water, Spore Dragonite. Porygon 2, Ice Beam Goldingo. Dragonite, Ironhead Amoonguss. Goldingo, Make It Rain again, both live. Tailwind ends. Taunt on P2, 1 turn. Dragonite, falls asleep. Inner Voice, perfect. Room is live next turn. Gold's output is low. Dragonite is asleep. Wind is gone. Turn 6 plan. Don't get greedy. Protect Amoonguss. Chip safely, clear Taunt. Amoonguss, protect. Porygon 2, Ice Beam Dragonite. Goldingo, switches Glimmer to reset its Spa and threaten Meteor Beam next turn. Dragonite, sleep turn 1. Taunt on P2 ends. Inner Voice, he's trying to punish Room with Power Herb Meteor Beam. That's fine. I'll Rage Powder it and set room anyway. Then recover. Turn 7 plan. Rage Powder plus Trick Room. Terra Water plus Protect last. Turn means Amoonguss should live the beam. Amoonguss, Rage Powder. Porygon 2, Trick Room. Glimmera. Meteor Beam into Amoonguss huge, but Water Terra holds at low HP. Dragonite. Sleep turn 2. Trick Room goes up. Inner Voice. We got it. Now stabilize, then pivot in my Goldingo while room is running. Turn 8 plan. Convert the turn. Recover P2. Cash out Amoonguss's last action. Porygon 2. Recover. Amoonguss. Sludge Bomb Glimmera. Glimmera. Earth Power Amoonguss. Dragonite. Wakes and reveals Haze. Mycendon. Goldingo. Trick Room. 3 turns left. Inner Voice. Their gold isn't out. My Steel Terra is the best way to pressure through the next 2 turns and resist any retaliation if they bring gold back. Turn 9 plan. Remove Dragonite first so room isn't taxed by its priority mix. Then clean Glimmera. My Goldingo. Terrastalize Steel. Make it rain. Dragonite faints. Glimmera to 40%. Porygon 2. Ice Beam Glimmera. They send in Dondoso. Trick Room. 2 turns left. Inner Voice. Alarm Bell. If Tatsugiri appears, damage becomes decorative. Without Grass Electric on this 6, my only line is win before Commander or Strand Tatsugiri. Turn 10 plan. If I double Dondoso and they stay, I make progress. If they pivot Tatsugiri, I lose ground, but at least I've Terra for steel resistance versus their goal later. I split nothing. I force progress. Goldingo. Make it rain. Porygon 2. Ice Beam. They switch. Goldingo Tatsugiri. Commander activates. Dondoso's stats double. My damage barely scratches now. Trick Room. 1 turn left. Inner Voice. That's the turn. With room about to fall and Commander online, he owns the pace. Turn 11, they Terra Grass Dondoso to sidestep any sleep ideas in future games and blunt incidental water grass checks. Wave Crash removes Porygon 2 through bulk. Earthquake threatens my Steel Goldingo. With room gone the next turn, I can't create enough actions. He trades me down to 0. Clean and clinical. We shake hands. No gloat, just respect. Notebook after Game 1 win math. Stripping Cloak T1 was right. Remember Talon is still faster than be even without Gale Wings. Room timing. Set on turn 7 worked, but it's 1 turn late if Dondoso has a clean switch. Win condition. Either Strand Tatsugiri or force trades before Commander. Keep Amoonguss alive with Terra Water. But next time pressure Tatsugiri's slot harder, the turn room goes up. Game 2. Steal the tempo first, they lead. Talonflame plus Goldingo I lead. Porygon 2 plus Amoonguss pre-turn read. In Game 1 I let him decide when Trick Room happened. Not this time. Plan is simple. Redirect the taunt, survive the nuke, set room on turn 1. Mechanics check before I lock it in. Rage Powder is +2 priority and will redirect single target moves like taunt. Gale Wings only speeds up fly moves at full HP. Taunt isn't flying, so it's normal priority and will still get pulled. Specs Make It Rain hurts, but Terra Water Amoonguss resists steel and lives. Turn 1 thought. Take the taunt, eat the hit, set the table. Amoonguss terrastalizes water, then Rage Powder. Talonflame uses taunt redirected to Amoonguss. Porygon 2 uses Trick Room. Goldingo fires Make It Rain. Spread damage. Reduced by Terra Water on Amoonguss. Both live comfortably. Board after T1. Trick Room 4 turns. Amoonguss is taunted, but we got what we came for. Inner Voice. Good. You paid a taunt to buy 4 turns of your speed. Worth it. Turn 2 thought. With room up, I want to bank Amoonguss's HP and reset taunt via Regenerator. Then bring in a breaker. If Talonflame stays, it can't use priority wind anymore without full HP. If it switches, I get free pressure. Amoonguss switched to Goldingo. Porygon 2 Ice Beam into Talonflame. Talonflame stays and takes 40% from Ice Beam. It's now deep yellow. Goldingo stays in and Shadow Balls into my switch. Lands on Goldingo, manageable chip. Trick Room, 3 turns. Inner voice. He kept both in, greedy. Talons in KO range. Specs Gold is exposed at neutral. Turn 3 thought. Remove the win button. Then threaten a mirror from a winning position. My Gholdengo Shadow Ball into Talonflame KO. Porygon 2 Ice Beam into Gholdengo. Their Gholdengo responds with Make It Rain. I Terra Steel after taking stock. No. Save Terra for later. I hold it and tank. My Gholdengo takes a chunk. P2 shrugs. They send in Dragonite. Trick Room. 2 turns. Inner voice. With Talon down, there's no instant tailwind. Dragonite is multi-scale. Pop it now. Strand Gold. Prep the Tatsujiri catch. Turn 4 thought. Crack multi-scale and keep room ticking in my favor. If he pivots to Glimmerer to reset damage, I'm fine. My room turns are worth more. My Gholdengo Shadow Ball into Dragonite. Porygon 2 Ice Beam into Gholdengo again. Their Gholdengo switches to Glimmerer to dodge Ice Beam Chip on Gold and threaten Meteor Beam next. Dragonite Iron Head into my Gholdengo. I hold. Trick Room, 1 turn. Inner Voice, 1 room turn left. He wants Meteor Beam Swing. I want board parity and then a Tatsujiri read. Turn 5 thought. Last room turn. Trade efficiently, don't overextend. I can remove Dragonite and force him to show either Gold or Dondoso now. My Gholdengo Shadow Ball into Dragonite KO. Porygon to recover back to green, anchor set. Glimmer Meteor Beam into my Gholdengo. Big hit, but I stay on the field. They send in Gholdengo again. Trick Room ends. Inner Voice. Neutral speeds again, but Talon's gone and Dragonite's gone. This is where he wants Dondoso. Don't let Tatsujiri ever sit next to it. Turn 6 thought. Re-establish control and aim at the Tatsujiri slot preemptively. If he brings Dondoso now, the only way it becomes a problem is Commander. Hard switch my Gholdengo Amoonguss. Porygon 2 Ice Beam into the Gholdengo slot. They switch Gholdengo Tatsujiri, exactly as red. Ice Beam slams it for huge damage. It hangs at a sliver. Glimmer fires Earth Power into Amoonguss. Water Terror reduces it to chip. Inner Voice, that's the catch. 1 HP on Tatsu means Commander is off the table, unless he protects it perfectly. Turn 7 thought. Close the net. He wants Dondoso plus protect Tatsujiri this turn. I can cover both with a split. Sludge Bomb into Tatsu. Recover to stay immortal. If he goes Dondoso without Tatsu, I don't care. If he tries to save Tatsu, it still can't enter Nexadozo safely. Amoonguss Sludge Bomb into Tatsujiri KO. Porygon to recover. They bring in Dondoso now, but Commander can't trigger. Partner is Glimmerer. Inner Voice. Fish is on the field alone. That's a normal Dondoso. I can handle that. Turn 8 thought. With no Commander, my plan is simple. Chip status pressure if Taunt isn't on me, and cycle Gholdengo back to finish. Amoonguss Spore into Dondoso. Porygon 2 Ice Beam into Glimmerer. Dondoso goes Wave Crash into Amoonguss for 40%. Glimmer uses Sludge Bomb into P2 for chip. Dondoso falls asleep. Turn 9 thought. Time to play at the endgame. Bring back my Gholdengo and clean. Amoonguss switch to Gholdengo. Porygon 2 Ice Beam finishes Glimmerer. Dondoso sleeps. They send in Gholdengo. Boar is my Gholdengo plus Porygon 2 versus Gholdengo plus Sleeping Dondoso. Turn 10 thought. Don't get fancy. Trade the mirror on my terms. My Gholdengo Terrastalize Steel. Make it rain. Porygon 2 Ice Beam into their Gholdengo as follow-up. Their Gholdengo gets chunked by Make It Rain and cleaned by Ice Beam. Dondoso sleeps. Tur 11 thought. No Commander, no partner, no time. Make It Rain again plus Ice Beam. Dondoso wakes and protects fine. Turn 12 thought. Last clean swing. Shadow Ball plus Ice Beam seals it through Protect Mind Games. I don't pop off. I just nod, take a sip of hot chocolate, and write one line. Catch the fish before it swims. 1-1. Top 4. Game 3 versus Gordon after Game 2. I decide to play Game 3 as safe as possible. Porygon 2 plus Amoonguss up front to maximize my chance of getting Trick Room, with Gholdengo and Ursaluna in the back. As expected, my opponent leads Talonflame plus Goldingo. This first turn is everything. I need Trick Room. My plan is TR with Porygon and Rage Powder with a Moongus. Do I Terra the Mushroom? Flare Blitz plus Make It Rain probably KOs if I don't. But is a Moongus feigning actually bad here? Obviously, I love this little mushroom. Spore on Dondoso, forcing an early Terra, Rage Powdering Wave Crash. That's all great. Still, if a Moongus faints, I get Ursaluna in for free. Flame Orb ignites, and I get pressure under TR. I lock it in. Rage Powder plus Trick Room. No Terra. Turn plays out. A Moongus Rage Powder Talonflame Flare Blitz into a Goldingo. Make It Rain cleans up a Moongus and chips P2 to 60%. Trick Room goes up. All according to plan. Ursaluna hits the field for free. Next turn, Ursaluna threatens Headlong Rush into Goldingo, and my +1 Spa Porygon 2 threatens a KO on low HP Talonflame with Terra Blast. I'm expecting Dondoso plus Tatsugiri to come in to save both. So I cover both slots. Headlong Rush into Goldingo slot. Terra Blast into Talonflame slot. They double switch. Talonflame Tatsugiri. Goldingo Dondoso. My Terra Blast into the Talon slot whiffs, and Headlong Rush hits Dondoso for 23.4%. Now it's scary. +2 Dondoso threatens KOs on Ursaluna, and my bench Goldingo with Wave Crash. What's my line? I can Facade Dondoso for solid chip and put in range, but I probably get Wave Crash in return. Porygon can either recover full or Terra Blast for 20%. Wave Crash won't pressure Porygon much, so where do I switch? Do I protect? I decide to predict a prediction. I think Gordon expect protect Ursaluna plus Porygon Goldingo, so I switch Ursaluna Goldingo and recover with Porygon. Turn plays. Ursaluna out, Porygon back to full. And Gordon Wave crashes straight into my Goldingo for the clean OHKO. Brutal. I bring Ursaluna back in. It's Apex Predator plus Better Echo versus Gordon's whole team. And now I realize I'm playing sloppy, missing safe lines, forgetting Terrace. I could have Terra ghosted Ursaluna earlier to survive Wave Crash and chip Dozo down with Terra Blast plus Facade lines. Fine, I remember it now. I Terra Ghost Ursaluna and go all in. Facade plus Terra Blast into Dondoso. Turn plays. Terra Blast 20%, Facade 40%, and Wave Crash 80% into Ursaluna. But Recoil KOs Dondoso. Finally, I'm through the wall. No time to breathe. Ursaluna is at death's door. Burn Chip or any hit will take it. Talonflame comes back in for Gordon. I've still got one more Trick Room turn, and neither of Gordon's Pokemon can protect. Ursaluna threatens everything. Headlong Rush KOs Goldingo, Facade KOs Talonflame or Tatsugiri. But it's not that simple. Goldingo is immune to Facade, so I make another read. Headlong Rush into the Tatsugiri slot, Terra Blast into Talonflame. Turn plays. Tatsugiri Goldingo on the switch. Ursaluna one-shots it with Headlong Rush, and Porygon Terra Blast Talonflame for KO. Trick Room ends. Ursaluna is at 9%. Porygon is full, and Tatsugiri comes out, Scarf, Muddy Water time. If you're losing, you spam Muddy Water. It hits both, KOs Ursaluna, chips Porygon, and fishes for accuracy drops. I can't do anything fancy, just Terra Blast plus Facade, and hope. Turn plays, Tatsugiri Terrace to Ghost. I completely forgot Gordon still had Terra. Muddy Water KOs Ursaluna, hits Porygon for 30%, and drops accuracy to 75%. Terra Blast does nothing now. Immunity. Next turn, I go Ice Beam into Tatsugiri, now 75% accurate. I hit. Tatsu lives on 40% and fires another Muddy Water, leaving me at 40% and dropping my accuracy again. All I need to win is to land a 60% Ice Beam and not get crit. It's basically a coin flip. Final sequence. Muddy Water connects. Porygon lives at 10%. Ice Beam misses. Last chance is a Muddy Water miss. About 15% to survive. It hits. Porygon drops. That's game. I'm eliminated from the tournament. I lost. I'm eliminated from the tournament. I shake Gordon's hand. Good game. We both mean it. Backstage, I replay the last turns in my head. The team is called No Excuses for a reason. I didn't lose because of muddy water luck or a couple of misses. I lost because I didn't play well enough. Gordon outplayed me, and weirdly, that makes me happy. I'm not perfect yet. I can still improve. That's motivating. I start looking for Echo to wish them luck, but a staffer intercepts me, presses a little badge into my hand. "Number 8, he says. "Good luck." I blink, confused. A badge? Before I can ask, he's already gone. Whatever. I keep moving. I find Echo. No pity in their eyes. Pride. "You played well." They say, "Thanks." Good luck versus Einstein. I tell them, it's a hard matchup. He's packing Raichu, breaks sturdy with fake out, redirects electro shot, and is immune to it. Echo nods. Noted. The set is a roller coaster. Einstein nabs game 1. The crowd murmurs like it's over, but I know Echo. Game 2 swings back. Game 3 is razor thin to the last turn. Sturdy Arch barely lives a huge hit and fires back with Dragon Pulse to the game. Echo wins. Finals time. Echo versus Gordon. I'm not scared. Gordon's incredible. Echo's better. I tell them, expect Terra Dondoso. Keep Hurricane ready. Echo takes game 1. Gordon adjusts and takes game 2, and game 3 is a chess match. Echo sets the end game perfectly and closes it out. Trophy lifted. I'm buzzing, because even if I didn't win, Echo's wins feel like mine and my wins feel like theirs. Back home, I open my No Excuses notebook one last time and write down what I learned. Apex Predator, strongest mon in the format. But even the strongest have weaknesses. You still need to position it right. Better Echo. Not actually better than Echo, but an absolute hero. Bulk for days, clutch offense when ignored. Support doesn't mean no damage. Secret Spice, the underestimated pick. While I was writing this, Rabambi won a regional in real life. Even the tiniest bee can tip a game. The butterfly effect. Do not disturb. Boring? Maybe. Essential? Absolutely. Sometimes the boring stuff, practice, travel, patience, wins tournaments. Dirty money. Still my arch nemesis. Still respect it. It wins games by itself, and carried matchups I wouldn't have won otherwise. You don't have to love a piece to play it well. The director, I said Ursulina's the best right now, but Incineroar might be the best ever. It fits on everything. Honestly, I think I lost because the director needed a day off, and I should have given it to him sooner. I close the notebook and slide it onto the shelf next to Falling Curtains, Symphony 1, and Stinky Queens. Then I grab a fresh one and write on the cover, Symphony number 2.